Gamers are seldom called athletes in India, and that is primarily due to two reasons. One, there are very few arena events happening in the country where enthusiasts buy tickets to cheer for their favorite clan. And two, the perception is that the gamers hardly go to the gym or train on the ground for them to be classified as athletes. These views are being constantly challenged by dedicated gamers who have turned gaming into a full time profession. They go to the gym, train hard, and meditate to ensure better concentration during combat moments. In our next session, we have a set of speakers who have broken many stereotypes when it comes to gaming. They are athletes, they are influencers, they are representing the country, they are glory. Let's welcome our speakers for the panel discussion on athletes or influencers. What's more rewarding? We have with us Mr. Aditya Sawant, aka Dynamo Gaming Gamer, Yogesh Yadav, esports athlete and content creator, Moin Ejaz, Indian Dota 2 team captain, bronze winner at Commonwealth Esports Championship 2022, Naman Mathur, aka Soul Mortal Gamer. And the moderator for this panel discussion is Mr. Satrajit Singh, Head Product and Community, etbrandequity.com. Welcome everyone. Over to you, Satrajit.
Hi everyone, welcome to the session on athletes and influencers. What's more rewarding? When I was a kid, Sachin Tendulkar used to be the face of Pepsi and Boost and a plethora of such other brands. So, what did I score at the aisles of those hometown stores, and what did I go looking for? Of course, you guessed it right. I went out to the shops and went and kept looking for the brands that my hero, Sachin Tendulkar used to endorse. And that's because he's not only the greatest cricketer, that was there. I mean, he's also one of the most influential sports people around the world during that time. So, mark my words, the use of the word influential here, right? And this use of the word influential has become, become very important for brands nowadays, especially with the rise of digital media. There is the new kind of influencers coming up, which are the social media influencers who have gained immense popularity through the content that they create. And talk about content, today we have a panel of experts who have been really ruling the content genre there, right? With the content that they produce, with the sports that they play, and the masters out there of their craft that they are. Esports today has generated its own influential world. What may have started as a side phenomenon for most of these people have now become vital parts of esports and gaming, to a degree that more and more esport athletes are being inspired by these influencers. But why are we calling them influencers only? And let's ask them. In this panel, we are trying to gauge their understanding of what's more rewarding to be. Is it good to be called an influencer or a gaming influencer, or becoming an esports athlete and probably representing your country in a league that like our friend here Moin did, right? And we all saw how he got a warm welcome back home after he won the world. So let's understand this from our expert panel today, and welcoming my panelists here. In no particular order, Mr. Aditya Sawant, also known as Dynamo Gaming, who is a ace gamer and who is also very popularly known for his, for his punchline, "Putts a headshot." So welcome, Dynamo. I'm a big fan.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next up, Mr. Yogesh Yadav. He is an esports athlete and a content creator. Welcome, Yogesh. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great. Next, we have Mr. Moin Ejaz. He's the Indian Dota 2 captain, bronze winner at Commonwealth Esports Championship 2022. He is the person who received a great welcome when he came back home after winning the accolade. So welcome, Moin. Happy to have you here.
Thank you for inviting us, for inviting me.
We also have Mr. Naman Mathur, also known as Soul Mortal. He has been one of the influential gamers around in this country and has been gaining a lot of fans for his gaming content. So welcome, Naman.
Thank you so much, Satrajit, for the introduction. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Great. So it's a gaming panel. It's a gaming, and we would love to call it a gaming zone over here. So before I go into deep and discussing about what is like more rewarding about being a athlete or being a gamer, let's just open it up with a question to all of you, right? And what according to you, right, and personally, and it's more about your feelings and what you uh, do as a living here, right? So in the current esports and gaming ecosystem, is being an athlete more rewarding or being a content creator most rewarding from your point of view? So maybe we can start with Dynamo first. Yeah.
So I feel social media influencer or gaming influencer, the rewards are like continuous process. Okay, it's a continuing process, and if you are a esports player, it's a period of time process. You can say like in 3 months there's a tournament, in 6 months there's a tournament. So you get a lot of money, you get a lot of everything, but it's kind of a time taking process, right? So, but if you're an influencer, you earning from your YT things, you earning from your social medias, you earning from brands and everything. So I think that's a difference between the esports and social and the gaming influencers.
Right. Personally, what would you love yourself to be called?
I would say I've never been into this esports and all these scenarios, to be honest. So I was always into the gaming and always into making content, everything. So I like, in my perspective, I love making contents and interacting with audience and everything. So this genres like perfectly suits me.
Great, great. Great. Let's come to Naman here. Naman, what's your understanding? A gamer should be an influencer, or an esport athlete is fine.
I guess both the roles are equivalent. Both can be called an influencer, but as previously asked, which of the options are better? I feel both the options are really great. I've been an esport athlete myself, represented India, and I've also been a content creator first. I became a YouTuber first and then an esport athlete. So I've been into both the fields, and I personally believe that because my journey began with content creation, I jumped back into content creation. But for an esport enthusiast, I feel it's going to be something that he wants to do it for a very long time and enjoy it, because first of all, esports athletes get paid, they are salaried, and they have a security, they get fixed payments. They are under an organization who pay them bonuses, and there's a lot of perks around it. The only struggle where both the places, being an influencer, being a gamer, I guess the struggle is that you have to first of all get viral or get those numbers. That's very important. And when it comes to esports, you need to get that trophy, or you need to represent India. That's what matters the most. I guess once you represent India and you get a bronze, just like how Moin did, you are at a, I guess, sustainable level. And if you have over 1 million subscribers or even less, but you have a good watching, concurrent watching, where more people are watching you and interacting with you, I guess you are stable enough.
Great point, Naman. It's about being an individual player rather than being somebody who is supported by an organization. This brings me to the same question to Moin here. Moin, obviously your name was mentioned, and obviously you all know that you have represented India and won a bronze for India, right? But and no prizes for guessing, you would be really tilted towards the esports athlete part, right? But as an individual, do you see merit in being a streamer as well, being a content creator as well?
Well, for influencer, I think it's from start, it's hard. Like people don't know you. You need to like create a lot of contents and stuff. But I think it have its own merit. Like if you are a very popular influencer, like if you become a popular influencer, then you can get like you are your own boss. You can say, like you can take your own deals and stuff. But as an athlete, I don't think like it goes like that. Like once you are in team, you have to like you have to follow what they say, like whatever your contract is. And I think like for athletes also, like there is like less event. Like it depends on how many events happening in a year. So I think like it's more earning for influencer than athletes in the scene. And as far as like the game I played, Dota, I think it's very less people who knows in Dota, especially in India, because it's a very complicated game, and it's like very hard to understand what's exactly going on in the game. So yeah.
Right. So more accolades to you for this, and really congratulations from all of us here.
Thank you.
Yogesh, what's your call, Yogesh? I mean, is it gaming influencer or a an esport athlete?
I think being an influencer is more rewarding because an esports athlete has a short period of career, maybe just like cricket, 5 or 10 years. But when it comes to esport, it has very short, maybe 3 to 5 years. But if you are an influencer, if you have a social following, you have an audience, you can continue endorsing brands. You'll keep on earning. You'll keep on making money out of it. But if you are an athlete, you need to be winning. You need to be winning in order to sustain in this competitive scenario. You need to be winning. If you are not able to win, if you are not able to if you are not able to be consistent, you can't survive. You can't really survive because an organization supports you, backs you if you are if you are performing for them in any of the game, right? So I think being an influencer is more rewarding. That's what I feel.
Great,
I would
great.
like to add something to it.
Sure, Naman, please go ahead.
Yeah, so as he said that being an influencer is more rewarding, but what I feel is ki, first of all, there are so many people who are creating content. It's
Yeah.
very difficult for one to actually click, because maybe if I'm creating a content, a million others are creating that content, and one of them is going to get viral. So that that's it's a very small chance that you are going to get viral for your content. When it comes to esports players, again, as you said, ki winning and playing for that organization, performing for that organization matters most. Being a gamer, performing, being entertaining and performing for your audience matters the most. Because if you fail to do that, audience is going to go to someone else. And being in an org, if you fail to perform, obviously they'll pick another player.
Great counter views coming up from all our panelists here. So in this point, I really want to come to Moin here. Moin, I just wanted to understand your feelings, right? आप जब वापस आए and you were welcomed by a huge crowd of people, सब आपके लिए woot कर रहे थे. So how was the feeling? Was it like really exactly जैसे कोई सेंचुरी मार के आता है या फिर कोई गेम जीत के आता है, कोई मेडल जीत के आता है, and how was it close, right? And वो कैसा था मतलब feel?
So actually, when we were playing the third place match on the stage, so I was not expecting like so many people will come and congratulate me for it, because I have like played a lot of events before this tournament, and it was like, okay, yeah, we won, we came third. It was like that. So when we won this tournament and we came out like from the venue, everyone was like taking pictures and stuff, like taking autographs, and so yeah, like it was a new like a new feeling for me, like like I can't explain it. It's just like they made me like a celebrity or something, especially when I came out of airport. Like I was not expecting so many people to be like waiting for me there.
That's a great
So, yeah,
feeling.
like, yeah,
You made us proud, and you deserve that, Moin.
thank you.
Moving on to Dynamo. Dynamo, I have been following your content for a long time. So having 10 million plus subscribers, right? Does that add on to your responsibility of speaking to your subscribers more often, right? Because we are talking about content here, right? And you connect with all your subscribers through your content. How important it is to keep talking to them, keep entertaining them?
Yeah, definitely. Just model set. अगर आप अपने content से, if you're not interacting with your audience, if you're not getting used to with your audience, and you're not ready to gel up with your audience, then they're gonna shift to other person, right? They're gonna shift to other player, other streamer as well. So आपको continuously उनके link up में रहना होता है. You have to like always think of something new content, maybe something new, maybe comedy. You can say some good games, or maybe So हर एक दिन कुछ ना कुछ एक challenge होता है कि आज क्या करना है. What do you have to like do next to to entertain your audience first of all. So ये चीज है. Second thing is कि being an influencer, being a gamer, you can say, if you have a good following, आपको हमेशा सोचना होता है कि आपको how do you interact with audience, and आपको कैसे बातचीत करना है, कैसे आपको entertain करना है, कैसे आपको how do you have to like answer their questions as well. Because अगर आपने if you like act a single थोड़ा सा कुछ भी अगर आपने गलत चीज बोल दी, so there are thousands of people are watching, right? So this is gonna impact on them कि यार इसने ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया, ऑल्दो हमें नहीं बोला, बट किसी और को किसी ने सवाल पूछा तो लाइक आपने उनको ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया, सो ये भी एक चीज होती है. सो ऑफ कोर्स अगर आप इफ यू हैव अ गुड फॉलोइंग, यू हैव टू लाइक मेंटेन योर इमेज एज वेल, यू हैव टू मेंटेन, यू हैव टू थिंक ऑफ द ऑडियंस एज वेल एंड देयर पर्सपेक्टिव, योर पर्सपेक्टिव, एंड ऑफ कोर्स दैट टेकिंग पार्ट इन योर गेम एंड स्ट्रीम्स, दैट्स गोना build a good relation between the audience and the streamer.
Right. So influencers in the truest sense, right? दोनों तरफ का pressure है इसमें, right? To be
Yep.
the right influencer and so that you don't influence people wrongly as well.
Yeah, it's
Well said,
actually
Aditya.
it's actually with great numbers come great responsibility.
Great responsibility.
Right.
Correct, correct. So Sol, I was just coming to you, right? And there has been the time when PUBG really got popular in India, and was when somewhere in 2018,
18.
right, when our Prime Minister said that PUBG wala hai kya, right?
Right.
That was really famous, and then people really wanted to explore more about PUBG, know more about PUBG, and play the game, right? And then they saw people like and players like you, right, and wanted to play the game and experience the game as well, right? So my question is towards seeing that trend, right, when millions of people join the game, right? Does that really enhance the quality of India as a gaming market or a gaming country, right? So for example, everyone in India knows about cricket, right? And everyone has an opinion about cricket, right? Nowadays, it's like अरे ये game तो मुझे पता है, तो मैं खेलता हूँ, ये ऐसे खेलता है, and these are the pro players in these games, right? So does that make India a better gaming place?
Yeah, I believe because when the game went viral and there were a few faces who people were looking up to, I felt there's a market. Yes, because the brands are looking for obviously big numbers so that they could promote their products, and thus a market has been formed eventually. Apart from that, there are many tournament organizers who want this game to continue in the market, right? So they would organize big tournaments, LAN events where there'll be audience supporting their teams and players, and I guess this is the main reason why the market is sustaining right now. And I guess this is going to be the future, because the more LAN events will be there, offline events, the more market will grow.
Correct. And your appearance on the Star Sports channel very recently with your team, right? One thing that that I really wanted to ask you, and a lot of people here would love to know about, how important is the Soul team for you, right? And what's your vision with this team? Like, where do you want to see the team growing from here?
It obviously means everything to me in this industry, because my journey began with Team Soul, and winning national trophies, even representing India. I mean, we weren't able to really bring the trophy home, but then we got to represent India, learn a lot of things, and the only aim right now with Team Soul is to get a trophy, and that international trophy, obviously, one of the global trophies would work wonders for us.
Great, and we hope the same for you.
Thank you.
Very soon. Yogesh, I'll want to move on to you, right? And it connects beautifully with with what Soul just said about international tournaments, right? Do you think in the gaming world, right, enough tournaments are happening in India to take the sport further to mainstream?
I think there have been huge growth. There were very less offline events as compared to the current scenario, and I started playing this particular game PUBG. I think in 2019, watching Model playing one of the tournament where that was PMIS, I guess. So there have been a huge development as compared to 2 years back. There were very few tournaments, twice in a year or maybe thrice, right? Of that two official tournament. Whereas in the current scenario, there have been multiple third-party tournaments. A lot of people are coming in, a lot of brands are coming in. They are putting money. They are organizing LAN events, which is resulting in growth of esports, and that's how it is becoming popular. Like it's becoming mainstream thing. Just like cricket. I mean, recently we saw one of the gaming tournament being streamed on Star Esports. So there has been tremendous growth. and I think that's it.
Right. And we just hope that the growth continues. Dynamo, आपके पास आना चाह रहा था मैं. So basically,
जी.
आपने बहुत you gave a very great answer about being a content creator, how you have to be in connect with your people, with our audiences, right? Influencer होने के लिए and a gaming influencer होने के लिए, do you have to be a better gamer, or do you need to be a clever influencer and a clever content creator?
So I believe you should know at least few points of the game. I mean, it's not that easy कि आपको and it's not justified कि आपको like पूरा 100% गेम आना चाहिए. It's okay
Right.
अगर आप 50% 60% भी गेम के बारे में जानते हैं. And the other factor in you is like you how do you interact with your audience and how do you entertain them. वो आपसे कितना connect कर पाते हैं आपकी content के साथ साथ आपकी बातों से, maybe आपके कुछ funny part से लेके या कुछ आपके entertainment part से लेके. So that's how they know कि यार I know this person, he plays this XYZ game. एंड इसका बोलने का तरीका कुछ ऐसा है, इसका गेम खेलने का तरीका कुछ ऐसा है. सो ही डज टाइपिंग इज गुड, ही डज रश वेरी गुड, ही डज his squad is very funny. So I think all these factors combine in a streamer that can actually generate a good amount of audience, and they can actually relate to the streamers as well. And that this is how proper gaming influencers with a full package that can generate a good amount of viewership and एक अच्छा channels and an अच्छा scenario environment they can build around them. And of course, जितने भी community के लोग हैं, उन लोग को they can also help in any way possible.
Right. And evolution होता ही रहता है, right? Once you play the game,
Of course,
you keep on playing
of course.
them, you evolve. Right.
Yep.
Right. Naman, what's your take? I mean, a better gamer, I mean, a better influencer has to be a better gamer or a better content creator, storyteller.
I guess it's more it's a mixed thing, because in the industry I've seen people who are influential and they don't play any games. Okay, there are such people too. So they talk good, they are they interact with their audience both. And in fact मतलब इंडस्ट्री में like there are many people in the gaming community जिनका नाम लेके वो बात करते हैं उनके बारे में, maybe there'll be a roast or whatever it is. So I guess that is that is also very important. See, my journey began with only playing the game, and when I went viral, I was obviously just playing the game, learning the process, and मेरे साथ साथ audience ने भी सीखना शुरू किया था. But with time I realized that we need to be clever, because we have a sense of responsibility too. Because as Dynamo said, हम लोग कुछ भी बोलते हैं, it creates a major impact on the audience who are viewing. So I guess it's a combination of both, which is very important. But yeah, sometimes you learn things later on, क्योंकि शुरुआत से नहीं पता होता है. I began as a pure gamer, मुझे नहीं पता था कैसे clever influencer रहना चाहिए, but now I am aware about it.
That's great. Moin, आपके पास आना चाहता था मैं. Wanted to ask you a separate question, a different question basically. And you are an esport athlete, right? So जैसे athletes करते हैं, right? They practice every day, they keep on it, they keep on it, and रोज evolve होते हैं to give their best shot, right? Now, tell me, being an esport athlete, do you practice every day? Do you play the game at least X number of hours a day? What's the kind of dedication that you put into to be winning this gold medal? I mean, the bronze medal that you won.
So actually, before everyone who plays this game, they play it because they love the game. So it's basically you keep every day you just keep playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it can be 5 games, 10 games, but it depends on player, person to person. Right. So for me, before the COVID, I had a proper team and stuff. So we were doing well, and then we had a lot of sponsor opportunity also. Mm-hmm. Then the COVID started, and then all the almost all the players have left the team, and from Dota community also all the players started doing something else, started playing other games, Valorant, and so yeah, when the Commonwealth announced when it's announced when it's going to happen. So 3 months back, I decided I want to make team. I started scouting players from all over the India, and I started seeing who is still playing, who is in the top ranking. So I contacted them, I made the team, and then we started practicing for every day. We started giving 6 hours. We play against some other team from Southeast Asia. Then we make plans, we see what mistake we are doing in the game, and there's a lot of proper plans every day. So you 4 hours you scream, and then you discuss for 1 hour, and then watch replay 1 hour. And other than that, you play your own solo games also. You can just play your casual games, or if you want to learn, you just play specific heroes like you want to play in the tournament. So yeah, like that's pretty much our like practice scenario for the Commonwealth game.
Great, great. And that's pretty much similar to how you keep on dedicating yourself to the game, right?
Yeah.
One final round of question that I really want to ask everyone, and since we are talking about gaming and being influencers, one thing that is really common with influencers is how brands interact with influencers, right? On that front, right? And I want to basically do a quick round with all of you here, right? Uh, are more brands interacting with you than they were doing a couple of years back? And is gaming content high on engagement as far as influencer content is considered? And how do you see brands reacting to it? Maybe we'll start with Yogesh first here. How do you see brands interacting with you and your content and your you as an influencer?
I think it has been, since last few years, there have been huge brands interaction with the influencers. Earlier, we used to see few brands, few ads on television only. Right now, more brands are stepping into this gaming scenario. They are watching the gamers, they are watching influencers, their reach, their engagement. That's how we are getting to see brands like Mama Earth, Red Bull, and all these Monster Energy, all these brands coming in, interacting with the gamers because they have realized, they have sensed the potential and the engagement of the gamers. So I think gamers are making a huge impact in brand perspective as well.
Correct. Dynamo, what's your opinion? How have you seen brands evolving their engagement and their dialogue with your content?
I mean, of course, there's been a huge and tremendous growth in the brand engagement. Back in 2019, when the game came in India, and there was like, if you had worked with 3-4 brands, in 2022, you have worked with 20, 30 and more of that. It's just a normal example. So the impact that you're making in social media, on your YouTube channel, or any of the platform that you're streaming or playing or uploading content. So brands do watch those things, and they really want to sell their products, or they want to promote their products, and they actually contact you. So as far as I know, जितना आपने पास में काम किया है, जितना आपने ब्रांड से पास में चीजें कुछ सीखी या उनसे आपने काम किया है, उतना आपको ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस गेन होता है, एंड देन दैट्स गोना हेल्प यू इन working and making good relation with other brands as well, and that's going to help you in getting along with getting more brands as well in the upcoming stages and everything. So जितना आप ज्यादा ब्रांड के साथ काम करते जाओगे, उतना ही आपको और अच्छे चीजों के लिए, अच्छे प्रमोशंस के लिए आपको कांटेक्ट करते जाएंगे. So yes.
And आपको दिखाई दे रहा है नए kind of brands आते हुए, 2 years back there were one category of brands, and do you see new kind of brands connecting with your content?
Yes, definitely. So actually majority कुछ ज्यादा एक ही kind of brands होते हैं, be it like phone brands, be it PC brands, be it some other brands. So जो चीजें होती है ना, वो अलग अलग kind of से आते रहते हैं. Like for example, one particular brand is selling this part, one particular brand is selling that part. So but combined is a PC products only, right? Combined is a mobile product, maybe you can say. So यहाँ पे choices बहुत सारे आपके पास काम करने के लिए. You just have to अच्छे से to sell your whole content and to make a proper script and everything, and to tell them कैसे you're gonna promote their product or something, and if they like it, they'll definitely approach you.
Correct. Naman, what's your take? I mean,
I guess I guess it mainly depends on the demographic, because gaming को अगर हम लोग देखे जाए तो 16 साल या 14 साल की उम्र से लेके 25-26 साल की उम्र तक के लोग देखते हैं या खेलते हैं. बट वेरी नेचुरली 2 years डाउन द लाइन या 3-4 years डाउन द लाइन, जब हम लोग गेमिंग वर्ड बोलते हैं तो सबसे पहले दिमाग में आता है अ मोबाइल और अ पीसी. तो टेक्निकल स्टफ, ऑल दोस थिंग्स, फर्स्ट दोस ब्रांड्स केम इन एंड टुक ओवर द मार्केट, एंड देन later on, because more engagement, more audience came into the gaming industry, I felt that a lot of lifestyle brands also got into this, because what they saw was they wanted to target that 14 years to 25 years of age group, 26 years of age group. So yeah.
Right. Moin, what's your experience with brands? I mean, you are an esport athlete. What do brands come in and align with you on? What are the demands when they approach you for sponsorship?
So when I used to play like in 2017, when I first got picked up by organization, that time there was like almost one or two only like brands who can like who want to sponsor a gaming team or something like that. So, but from that time and like now 2022, I think like there's like a lot of like you can say like there are so many brands came up for the gaming who want to like sponsor, who want to like do videos and stuff. So yeah, like last 2 years I was very inactive. Like I was not doing much in the gaming scene because the COVID and Dota was kind of like dead. So yeah, like I don't like have a good amount of knowledge about it right now. But yeah, some of the brands contacted us for the sponsorship and like for ads or videos. So yeah,
Right.
I can. So yeah, like I can say like only like for Dota 2, it's growing a bit. Like you can say like a lot of players who were inactive, they also started coming up.
Correct.
Yeah, it
So
actually,
yeah, it's a good thing.
it actually depends on the tournaments too,
Hmm.
even if a
Yes,
game
yes.
is not being viewed the most, uska bhi agar tournament hota hai, then there'll be brands who will be looking after the tournament, the amount of engagement that tournament has brought up, who are the sponsors of those tournaments, who are the players who are playing, they'll probably, scout the people who have been playing, they'll see their profiles, kaisa un log ka interaction hai, and all those things also matter a lot.
So yeah, like they see how many people, how many viewers they can get for the event, and how many people still play for the like the game. So yeah, they all that matters in the esports scene,
Right. Right. For
especially for
brands.
the brands. Yeah, especially for
Right.
the brands, it matters.
Right. For brands, I think eyeballs are the things that they matter, and the more people play the games, the more measure it's for you. Now, I really want to quick end this discussion on a quick fire kind of a round with all of you, right? You all are superstars in your own genre, and you have been winning the hearts of a lot of people, right? With your content, with your games. One quick word of advice that you can give to your to a lot of followers that follow you and maybe want to become the next Dynamo or the next Soul or the next Moin here, right? So maybe we can start with Dynamo here. A quick word of advice that you would give to somebody who would want to start a gaming channel today and be the next you.
I mean, I would like to say if you guys really enjoy playing games, you're gonna really do something on YT things, or you're gonna really want to be a gaming influencer, definitely step on it. And of course, side by side, you focus on your studies as well. Because what I used to do is I used to like study 3-4 hours, and then I used to play 1 hour and 2 hours, something like that. So of course, play games, upload stuffs and everything, but never never leave your studies or never leave your classes or anything. Just do everything on a 50-50 balance or thing. The life will be very easy.
Balancing it out.
Yeah.
Naman, your take.
For existing gamers and influencers or esport athletes, I would like to recommend them to be more fit into fitness, because the first time when I met Sachin sir, he told me that being gamers, you need to be fit gamers, and that is the most important thing, because it helps a lot in decision making, and it's an unexplored thing. I know I've been a gamer. I have not been into fitness, but when I came into fitness, I realized that these were the things which were unexplored from my end. And मैंने वो चीजें explore किया, and I realized what people are missing on to. Even if it's 1 hour a day, it's very important. It's not only for gamers, for all the regular people who are working. I feel, being an esport athlete, I guess he plays for 8 to 10 hours a day in front of the screen. Being into corporate job, you work for 8 to 10 hours being in front of the screen. It's equally important that you need to work on your fitness, even if it's 1 hour a day. For people who have not jumped into gaming, what Dynamo said is you can focus on your studies as well as play games, because right now gaming is booming a lot, and there's ample amount of opportunities, but you also need to be secured. Thoda security wise, you have to work that way, and rest will work for you.
Great piece of advice. Thank you, Naman. Yogesh, what's your advice?
I would just advise all the existing athletes to to explore more things. I mean, on content side as well, because if you are an athlete, you'll be dependent on a particular game, and you will be able to do as long as that particular game is surviving or progressing, right? So focus on other things, explore other things, and don't give up on education, because with as Model Boy said, with great numbers comes big responsibility. You need to be sensible. You need to be need to be aware of whatever you are saying, whatever you are conveying to the audience, those people who are following you. So that's it from my side.
Thanks, Yogesh. Moin, what's your take? What would you advise the next Moin Ejaz to be?
Well, for existing people like who are still playing, or even the new players, like Model said, that I think going to gym is like a good thing. Like lot of players, they tilt, like they get angry, they get like stressed about it. I think that's the best way to relax and release yourself, like all the negative energy you have. So and the second thing is, like, I think you should like stick to the game you like to play, like whatever you like to like you find something fun in a particular game. I think you should like stick to it, not like you just see that like it's growing, like you just jump to Free Fire because it's very famous, and or like PUBG or any other game like Valorant. So I think you just like should stick to the game which you like really love to play. That can also like take you far ahead in your life. Like you can also make career in that as well if you are very good at it. So, yeah.
Great answers. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we come to an end of today's session. I would really want to thank my esteemed panel here, Dynamo, Soul, Yogesh, and Moin for taking out time and sharing their experiences with us. At the end of it, right, what we kind of the takeaway from this session is being an athlete or being an influencer. Two things are very important. One, you have to be best at your game. You have to give it 100%. And one thing that really came out from all of our panelists is, if you love what you do, you can really win the world, right? So on that note, thank you so much for joining us today, and please stay tuned to ET Brand Equity.
Thank you everyone for such an insightful discussion. Let's proceed further and explore more.